Yo, what is going on, YouTube? Tactics here. And today I would like to have my first card review. And this is going to be for the Lightsworn Sanctuary card. Now, before we get into it, we do know this card was going to come out about 2 months ago, but just today they announced the effect. And before I get into the effect, let's talk about this card a little bit. First of all, it's Lightsworn Sanctuary, as you guys know. It is a continuous spell card, so it has its advantages and disadvantages. And the artwork looks pretty cool, and looking from the gold text and the hollow, it's probably going to be an ultra rare, even though, it's going to be in the structure deck, which is cool. Now, when I read the effect, which I will read to you, it kind of reminded me of the old field spell card that Lightsworns used to use, except it was, the field spell card, as far as the way the card gets destroyed. For example, the field spell card, it says, every single time you use a Lightsworn effect, this card gains a spell counter or something around there. And if you have 2 spell counters and something were to destroy it, you can just get rid of those spell counters and you can save the card. Now, the Lightsworn Sanctuary kind of runs in the same way, but it's not a field spell card, so let's get to it. So once per turn, you can send 1 Lightsworn monster from your hand to the graveyard. Then target one other Lightsworn monster from your graveyard and add it to your hand. Each time a card or card is sent from your deck to the graveyard, place 1 shine counter on the card, just like the field spell card. If a Lightsworn card or cards you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can remove 2 shine counters from your side of the field for each Lightsworn card or cards instead. Same thing goes with that field spell card idea. So, let's get into it here. Let's see. The perk of this thing is it's basically a Monster Reborn, a continuous Monster Reborn for Lightsworns, which is really cool. So it can help you get your Minervas back or your Lumina's back and things like that. The advantage of this card is that it can avoid destruction and it can avoid your Lightsworns from getting destroyed. Let's make an example here. Let's say we have a Jane out, we have a Minerva out, we have a Raiden out, and the Lightsworn Sanctuary card has 6 spell counters on it. And then the opponent plays Dark Hole. All you have to do is remove those 6 spell counters, and your cards are saved from that Dark Hole. So that helps this card. But if this card doesn't have enough spell counters, then you can't use its effect, then it's useless. And keep in mind, it says when a Lightsworn card is destroyed. So if they have a deck that's banishing the hell out of your deck, that's still a weakness of a Lightsworn, because this card doesn't protect that. This only protects it if it gets destroyed by card effects, not banished. And also, let's say you have 2 shine counters on the Lightsworn Sanctuary, and they Mystical Space Typhoon it. Since it says Lightsworn in it, this is technically a Lightsworn card. It's not a monster card, but it is a Lightsworn card. So you can just remove those shine counters and you can protect your Lightsworn Sanctuary. But if they have a second Mystical Space Typhoon, if you don't have any more shine counters, this card's destroyed. So just keep that in mind. The way what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it in a pure Lightsworn deck and a Lightsworn Rulers. Currently, I play Lightsworn Rulers. I believe they're better than pure Lightsworns, but maybe it's because I'm making the deck wrong. If someone has any suggestions, please tell me. But other than that, I just can't wait till it comes out. Some people think this card's broke. Some people think it's not good. And I think this card is just right for the future meta, at least. Because you got plenty of cards coming out for new decks and things like that. Like Shadows, for example. This deck really has no chance against it because this deck is revolved around special summoning, and so is 90% of the other decks out there. But with the extra help, this doesn't special summon any Lightsworn cards. It adds cards to your hands, like Lumina's. Lumina is like your man or woman, I guess you could say. So I think with the new support of Lightsworns, I still rank it at a tier 2 deck, an upper tier 2 deck, maybe lower tier 1 decks, but I don't really think it's a tier 1 deck. I mean, there's a lot of decks that can beat the hell out of this deck. But that is it. And I just wanted to say, this deck came out around 2008, 2009. It's 6 years later, right? Yeah, around 6 years later, and Lightsworns just got support again. I predict that in the next 2, 4, or 6 years, if Yu-Gi-Oh is still popular or still going, they will have more support for Lightsworn, Gladiator Beasts, Scrap Dragons, all that cool stuff. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. See you later. Peace.